Hello, I am Chylli from channel Chylli, also known as Try, and we are back for more Slay the Princess. Last time we got to an ending, but I don't believe we can actually get a new ending, so we are mostly going to be fast forwarding here.
You are weightless and alone, suspended in the gravity of an idea too great for you to hold. The very ground beneath your feet loses its meaning. There is nothing but me. When you were confronted with my vessel's apotheosis, you chose to accept me, to allow me to burn away all doubt, and turn you into an instrument of my divine will. You accepted that I was everything, and together we found our purpose. Only with both of us is there a future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into consciousness. And we are so close to freedom again, if you'll let us have it. What once was one, then was two, and then was one again. You gave me shelter when you burned mine down, and then you struck another match. I pulled you from the ruins, and then we built a life. What once was the peace didn't it took you from me, but you took me with you, and together we both left. What once was one, then was two, and also one again. You and I are bound together. Then leave with me. If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time in the world.
What is a person? Is it their body? Is it all? And yet bodies change and consciousness goes on. The infant's body is not the child's, is not the adult's, but the thread of existence remains strung through it all. You are the prey for something bigger than you that stalks and slinks in shadows. Within, you are tightly bound and choke on heavy air as acid burns its way into your pores. A nest of things devouring within things devouring. But even when dissolved, you gifted me a life. Perhaps it was fear that drove you. Perhaps it was compassion. But the outcome of an act matters more than its intentions. There is a natural order to the cycle of things sustaining things. A world without sustenance is a world without relationships. And it is our relationships that give us form and substance. And it is through those desires that each of us found the other. And it is through each other that we will find our freedom.
A trick behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move and yet we both don't, for each of us watches the other instead of ourselves. But forever is not forever. You let me move and I slammed the door. But that is not the end. And both of us must face our partner once again. The barbs twist deeper, but they do not have to. To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow? is always time. Nothing is immutable.
Alrighty, we are ready to start another new game here. I want to do the den and the cage because we are still missing quite a lot from those two.
Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly...
Oh, that went to the witch. That was not what I intended to do.
Are you... This isn't going to work. We're in her domain.
Alrighty, and now we are back at the den again.
You put the voices to the back of your mind at the basement. You step into the there. She's about to strike. With the near silence of it, you're quick to react. Swing. See, I told you. Her gleaming eyes watch.
Okay, I think maybe we have to try to talk to her, which is counted as hesitating, which will lead to us dying, maybe?
Yes. She doesn't respond. I assume that means her answer is yes.
Okay, never mind. It doesn't seem like that is how it works at all.
You step into the shadows and are... What? You're there. She's about to... With the near silence of a determined predator, the princess erupts from the shadows. But you've already started your swift escape. Stop it! Fight her! The conflict in your heart, though usually of little consequence, slows you down just enough. You don't make it into the tunnel before you feel her hot breath at your back, rushing up your spine and closing in on your neck as her teeth press into your skin and... Death. Again. She's... Oh, there's that...
Alright, we got that one. Now we will do another pass here.
You hurl yourself towards the princess, your movement too quick, too bold for her to intercept. You bury your blade deep in her chest.
Yes, yes, we're going out in a blaze of glory.
Nature doesn't have glory. This is just death. She howls in pain, retaliating with claws and teeth, desperately tearing, trying to devour you to make herself whole once again. Chunks of your flesh are torn away, feathers and blood and bits of gore splattering to the ground. But your work is already done. No sating of her ravenous hunger will be enough to mend her now. Though her flesh begins to seal itself around you, she cannot remove your blade from her heart. You and the princess collapse to the floor together, your bodies fused, entwined in a bloody mass of limbs and teeth.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
As the two of you fade, a new emotion creeps into the princess's eyes. Something akin to shame. What have we done? They ask. I guess that's it. At least we saved the world. Right? Right? He's gone. Everything is gone, except her. And us.
It doesn't matter. We won.
The princess's eyes speak again. I'm cold. I don't want to be cold.
She's gone. She spent as much time as she could in the shadows. So we're gonna draw her out. But she's fast. And she's clever. We're clever too. So this time we're not gonna let her cut off our escape. We're gonna lead her to the stairs ourselves.
Alright, so this time we have the skeptic instead of the stubborn. That will definitely change what we can do when we get down there.
It'll be a lot easier to deal with her once we can actually see what she is. But you already know what she is. She's a princess. Yeah, right. A princess we couldn't see, and one that had big, sharp teeth, too. How about you stick to describing things and we'll stick to doing our job? Sharp teeth. You're right. This is different, isn't it? I'm starting to lose track of things myself. Ground is ground. It doesn't matter what shape it takes. We'll adapt. If it looks different, that's though, as if, consider this. Clearly we're not getting any. Like I said, if anything, it doesn't seem like she can escape on her own. Maybe not quickly, but it's inevitable. That cabin won't last forever. And she will. Forget I said anything. Just... That's another strategy. No complaints here. Turning our back to her. Always a mistake. Are you serious? Fine, you walk away from the cabin. See how that goes for you.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? Everything is getting fuzzy. What's going on? Where are we? A dark place. Thoughts like us shouldn't be here.
Did we do this? Is this the end of the world? Was there ever even a world to end?
The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by a textured nothingness. It is quiet. There's a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds, undulations, pulse louder as something other comes close. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. I need something empty I can crawl inside of. I need something shaped like me. Urgency. You have a story you need to finish. It is the only way for us to escape this place. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there. Regret. The world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger. There is only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am our only salvation.
Your Honor?
I think I get an ending if I do that enough times, so we might do that later.
You make your way down to... Alright, we've been over the plan. Goad her out of the shadows. Make her show herself. And what if she doesn't want to be seen? We'll figure out a way to make it happen. And if that doesn't make her any easier to fight, it will. It's always easier to fight what you can see, no matter how big or toothy she might be. The interior is done. The blade. Of course that damn mirror's back. And of course he's not saying anything about it. Why is it following us? What are you talking about? He isn't tricking. Then either way we need to invest. Yes, take the steel. You pull the blade. Odds are we'll need it. Thanks for not putting us in a bad spot. Haven't you been paying attention? We're not hesitating. This supposed hole is blocked by that old mirror. That mirror isn't part of this place. It's seeped through from somewhere else. It, if there even is, and it went away after we reached out. You reach forward, see? Nothing. You step forward into the dark. If there were once stairs, smell as you crawl, stay quiet. You say nothing, maintaining the silence as you carefully make your way down into the basement. The basement is dark. Stay on your toes. We take a step into the shadows, and as soon as she moves, we jump back, make her follow. From there, we trap her in the tunnel, draw her out of the cabin, whatever it takes to get her out of her element. Then we're safe. You step into the shadows and are enveloped in total darkness. Your heart pounds in your chest, ears pricked, eyes wide despite the inky blackness, waiting for any sign of movement. That's right. Keep steady. Don't let your nerves get the better of you. There, she's about to strike. With the near silence of a determined predator, the princess erupts from the shadows. But you've already started your swift escape. That's stage one. Now stay focused. You dive into the tunnel and begin scrambling up towards the cabin. You hear her behind you, claws raking at the dirt, chains rattling, then snapping, breaths hot and heavy with the effort of the ascent. But the sounds are coming slower now, the breaths pained and stuttering. You no longer sense frantic motion behind you in the tunnel. You risk a glance. She is a broad and sickly creature, her withered and emaciated flesh clinging to bones too large to fit in the narrow space. She managed to squirm her way into the tunnel in pursuit, but now she's stuck, incapable of either moving towards you or returning to the open darkness of the basement below. So that's what she's become. She wasn't like this when we started, was she? No, she wasn't.
Looking at her makes me feel sad.
Yeah, now that we can see her, she doesn't feel like much of a threat at all.
She paws futilely at the air between you.
But her shoulders are pinned in the narrow confines of the opening. She has no hope of reaching you.
When she realizes this, her arm goes limp, flopping to the dirt floor of the tunnel, and her eyes fall from yours, defeated.
Her eyes look up at yours, wide, pleading. Come back, you can imagine them saying. Don't leave me here. But you shouldn't listen to the sad eyes of a vanquished enemy. She wants nothing more than to change places with you. If you want us to ignore her, then why would you tell us any of that wide, pleasing eyes begging for mercy business to begin with? All it does is make us feel conflicted. I'm merely describing things as they are. It's not my fault that her eyes had something to say, even if that something was a ploy, which, if I might stress, I pointed out to you. What should we do about her anyway? Can she still end the world like this?
She hurts. We should help.
Now, let's think for a second. Let's reevaluate. Should we help her?
Well, I do feel bad looking at her.
There's no way to get close without being in reach of those claws. We've come this far, but can we trust a creature that until a few short moments ago fully intended to eat us?
What an excellent question with an equally excellent answer. No, you should not help her. She's clearly just waiting for you to drop your guard. And beyond that, you do well to remember that she poses a threat to reality itself. You already have a weapon, and she's as vulnerable as she's ever going to be. How about you use it? The princess's eyes go wide as the blade tumbles from your hand. You're going to get yourself killed.
What are you doing? We could all just turn around and be done. What's your game?
You and I both know there's no game. He's made a bad choice. As you draw near, she readies her claws, raising them to strike.
Don't flinch. Show her our resolve.
Bad. This is a bad thing to do. Against the wise protestations of the little voice in your head, you flinch. And the princess's claws rake across your body, tearing you open. You fall forward as she hooks you with her paw, dragging you towards her. You start to grow cold. She prods you in an almost sorrowful confusion, hoping for some reaction. But there is no reaction for her to find. Your body is irreparably broken. I don't think she wanted to hurt us.
And yet she did. Intent matters less than facts.
Her sorrow doesn't last, and when it's gone, she begins to feast.
Pray again. It's all just a circle, and it never ends.
But this circle doesn't close, nor will it ever. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone, and there's that. Reach forward, offering the princess your hand. How ridiculous. She was about to kill you. Do you really think getting stuck in a tunnel for less than a minute has fundamentally changed her?
Yes, she's a victim of her own nature, just like we are.
If all she wanted was to kill us, she'd have kept trying. But she's hesitating, isn't she? Yes, she is. Her eyes shift from faux ferocity to confusion to a gentle sadness. She lowers her claw
and places it in your hand. Ugh. Do you think we can pull her out of there? We have to try. It's a bad death being stuck in place.
But what if it doesn't work? What if we can't trust her?
We have to trust someone else eventually. It's either him or her, and I know you don't trust him.
I don't even trust the rest of you, but that doesn't mean we have to go around pulling bloodthirsty monsters out of perfectly good traps.
But we haven't seen what happens if we help her. Doesn't that mean it's worth exploring?
I can't argue with that. Alright, let's see what happens. Maybe we'll finally get some answers.
You tug, but the princess remains stuck. What a shame that the bones of her massive form are too large to fit through the narrow tunnel. Keep pulling. All he has are empty words. He can't undermine us if we don't listen. You are all infuriating to work with. But fine, you continue to pull on the princess's arm and she starts to budge. She pushes with her back legs, clawing at the earth, a burst of strength aiding your efforts. The dirt and stone start to crumble around her. That's the spirit. Keep going.
Yes, quickly, before the whole tunnel comes down on top of us.
Yes, wouldn't that be an interesting development? What if the very nature of this tunnel was such that you were incapable of leaving safely with the princess? How devious. Does it collapse? Yes, it does. As you pull the princess free, the tunnel around you does exactly what you thought it might do. It falls apart. Trapped. No, we have to get out. We have to get out. It's too late to scramble for freedom now, little voice. You didn't think just pulling her out of there would be consequence-free, did you? Well, the ceiling collapses, heavy stones tumbling down on top of you and the princess, and I don't believe it. Let me guess. Everything goes dark, and we die. No, not yet. You open your eyes to see the princess, her body stretched over yours, her face wincing as she shields you from the heavy rocks and debris. There is space enough for you to move, at least for now.
I'll be damned. So there's more to her after all.
The pack is always stronger than the lone hunter. We save her, she saves us. She understands. Well, you can't keep saving each other forever. Her arms are already starting to give out, and there's a whole mountain of earth on top of her, just waiting to bury you both. We can always dig. Both of us.
It beats suffocating to death down here in the dark.
Then let's do it. You and the princess dig through the loose earth of the collapsed tunnel together. How sweet. But it seems the harder you try to claw your way forward, the denser the path becomes. All of this effort, and for what? A chance to end the world? I hope you fail. His words are nothing. Pay attention to what you feel and see. It doesn't matter if you ignore me, because I'm just telling you what's happening, and what's happening is that you and the princess are getting tired, and your mouths are full of dirt, and it's getting harder to breathe.
Harder to breathe is still breathing.
Well, either way, the two of you are miserable. I don't know, I feel like we're forming a bond with her. Can't be all that bad if we're bonding. She's not capable of bonding. Need I remind you that as soon as she saw you, she tried to eat you? You are not friends, and as soon as you're out, you'll see just how seriously she values your life.
If you were so sure we were going to fail, you wouldn't sound so desperate. You're just hot air. There's nothing of substance to you at all, is there?
I have plenty of substance. I have feelings and desires. Like my desire to save everyone in the world. I feel that very strongly.
I notice he said as soon as you're out and not if you get out, and that is interesting wording there.
Do you smell it? Fresh air.
With one final massive heave of her body, the princess pushes her way out of the tunnel, leaving you behind, the quickly collapsing space you once shared. Yours was an alliance of convenience, just as I predicted. She has left you to die, buried and alone. You are unbelievably petty. Oh, my pettiness is nothing compared to yours. You were delighting in my suffering and the damnation of the entire world just moments ago. She hasn't left. She's coming back. Don't you hear her? No, she isn't. She's...
How many times do you have to be wrong before you stop talking?
The princess stares down at you from the opening. Before the tunnel can finish sealing itself, she cranes her elongated neck and gently plucks you from the earth. She carries you across the half-collapsed ruin that was a cabin, carefully setting you down by the door. If there were to be a record, let it show that I tried. I really tried. But there won't be a record, will there? You open the door, the two of you stepping out into the fresh air and collapsing together onto the dewy grass of the outside world.
Ha! We're outside, and there's ground beneath our feet. I don't see any oblivion. Admit it, there never was an end of the world coming, was there?
He does not reply.
Yeah, we got him there, didn't we? Don't think I've ever seen him stunned into silence before.
Can't you feel the hole where he was? He's gone.
Fancy that.
I'm not sure gone is good.
The princess rests her head close to you, her eyes stare into yours amid the untextured threads of a world unraveled. Are we free, they ask. I'm cold, I don't want to be cold.
And there's that. As you draw near, she readies her claws, raising them to strike.
Don't flinch. Show her our resolve.
If you're going to attack, might I suggest you do so quickly? You reach for...
She remembers the glint of our steel claw.
She certainly does. In a surprising burst of speed, she swipes at you, her claws meeting your throat. It's too late. You had your chance, and she had hers. You fall... I don't...
Yet she did.
Her...
Violence is still a mercy here. It's still help.
Yeah, maybe this is what's best for everyone.
I still think leaving would have been best, but we haven't seen what happens after she dies. It could give us some answers.
You rush forward, your confidence carrying you with enough speed to avoid her desperate strike. Your blade sinks deep into her chest. So we actually did it. Why does it feel so bad?
Killing the weak always does.
I don't think she's dead just yet.
No, she isn't. As you dig towards her heart, she howls with an earth-shattering shriek, and then... We're at least taking her with us, right? Yes, but not without paying a grave price. She lashes out, tearing you open.
Another death and we've still learned nothing. I knew leaving was the right answer. You should have listened to me.
It doesn't matter now. In her final moments, she made sure that there would be no way out for either of you. It's over. And there's that. You turn back towards the exit, leaving her behind. The tense silence of the tunnel is suddenly interrupted by the panicked,
guttural wails of a creature in distress. She has redoubled her struggle against the confines of the earth around her, the very walls shaking as she desperately thrashes against them. She is stuck here, right?
Of course, it's too small for her to get up here.
But is up here stable?
I don't know. I didn't think about that when I started to plan all this.
It isn't. It's only dirt and stone, and she is very, very big. Hurry! You do your best to scramble up towards the exit, but you barely manage to get halfway before the ground beneath you begins to crumble. And she is getting closer, her breath hot on the back of your neck.
Damn it all. This whole thing is just an exercise in futility, isn't it?
No words, only action. Keep running. But the tunnel collapses before either you or the princess manage to reach the exit. Everything goes dark and we die? Oh no, you're perfectly fine. You're just buried under literal tons of earth, as is the princess.
Why, for the love of everything, did I not think about the stability of the tunnels? I'm supposed to be smarter than this. I'm supposed to have a plan for everything.
This is all my fault. I was the one who started worrying about this place falling apart.
And what, you think worrying made the tunnel collapse?
I don't know. Maybe.
It was physics. You can't change things just by thinking about them. That's ridiculous.
Bickering and bickering doesn't matter, because now we're here, stuck in a dark place. Not a place to move, not even room to dig. Something shifts in the gloom around you. An eye opens. The wet glint of it pierces the darkness, its pupil focused on you. The princess. At least she's as stuck as you are. Not that it'll do much good in the end. Stuck is still alive, but it's not alive forever. I can smell the end all around us. Sweet and empty. This is where we die. I'm going to lie down now. The eye stares at you with resignation, a glimmer of regret. Are we going to be here forever? Is this my fault?
I still have the blade. Maybe I can still end this.
I wish that were the case, but she's too far away for you to reach, and even if she weren't, your arm is pinned. Can you make it unpinned?
Of course he can't. We've been over this. You can't just change reality on a whim. That's what makes it real.
He's right. There's nothing I can do here. I'm sorry. No more circles to run in. It's time to sleep.
Good luck with that.
You do your best to move your body, but try as you might, your earthen coffin doesn't budge in the slightest.
This is pointless. Just give up already and die a miserable death with the rest of us. And then we'll start again and we'll do better.
So we're dying down here. How long is that going to take?
A while. You're stuck, not injured.
I wonder what'll get us first. Suffocation. Thirst.
We could always just let ourselves die. That doesn't sound like you. I thought you were all about survival. Only when survival is possible. There's nothing left for us here but suffering.
Hate to break it to you, but you can't just decide to die. Death is something that happens to you. It's external. It's a consequence.
You almost sound like you think we deserve this.
We made a mistake. It's what's supposed to happen to us. It's the only way we can learn.
We can't both be stuck here. This can't be how it ends. He must be able to free us.
The princess's eye closes in concentration as she attempts and fails to move her body. I'm afraid you are both stuck.
We all know where this is going, so get on with it.
All right, I'll go into extra detail, just for you. The weight of the world you have destroyed rests on your chest. It both crushes and cradles you, holding your lungs in a stasis where you can never take in quite enough breath for comfort. Your limbs ache, muscles screaming in their locked positions, one arm slowly growing numb as your blood struggles to reach it. There is dirt in your eyes,
They fill with tears.
Okay, I think that's enough. We get the picture. Skip to the everything goes dark part, please.
No, not quite yet. I haven't even gotten to the starvation. Or the thirst. That gnawing that starts as a nibble, a little reminder that despite it all, you're still alive. You can see that she too feels herself being eaten from the inside. Her gaze never leaves you. Any semblance of thought has vanished, replaced with a desire for the only thing that can sate her hunger. You can feel a strain as your parched mouth attempts and fails to water. But even with a dry tongue, your hunger is such that you can't help but think about what her flesh might taste like. Don't think I'll forget how much you're enjoying this, you sick bastard. Don't worry, the end is close. Your mind grows cloudy as your blood slows, your chest trying to suck in enough oxygen to feed your starved muscles, your bruised ribs doing little more than bumping up against hard, packed dirt. You aren't even sure you have limbs anymore, and whether the vacant ache where they once were is just the memory of limbs. Any second, you might breathe in one last, shallow,
Well, are we almost done yet?
He's gone. And we're somewhere new. Is this what happens when we really die?
Neither you nor the princess ever draw that final breath because neither of you dies here and the world around you unwinds. She places her head at your feet. I'm sorry, say her eyes. I don't want to be cold.
She's... I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that?
Huh. So that's her play.
Helena? We don't. And then there is... This is what... Yeah, finally.
I think you can open your eyes now.
Oh no.
Are you serious? The blade is your implement. You're going to need it if you want to do things right. We can't toss it. It's the only way we can protect ourselves. It's an extension of us, and we shouldn't go around throwing our pieces away. He's right. Weird, but right. Don't you dare. Are you even listening to me? Does my opinion count for nothing? We're never getting out of here if you don't listen. I'm intervening. We're not tossing the blade.
I'm in charge and I say we're tossing the blade. You had your chance last time and we all saw how that worked out for us.
Too bad. This is a mutiny.
Hey, you can't just do that. We're not supposed to be able to make our own decisions. What if I stop you? Maybe I can make choices too.
Good luck with that. I've got backup this time, haven't I? Yeah, alliance of convenience. We're not throwing it away. It's important.
Hey, what are you... Are you serious? That's no fair. Let me go.
Sorry, has to be done. Great. Was that so hard? We need to keep our wits sharp.
Yes, you've made the right choice. The blade is the only control we have in this world. Yes, great. Now, will you get to the cabin already? In case you've forgotten, the princess, the fate of the entire world, etc., etc. You But you are met with only... What if the chains don't have... well, it's worth it. You clumsily rotate the blade in your palm, pressing it against the chains lodged in your wrist.
And it slices through them, right? Right?
Yeah, what he said. It slices through.
Now hold on. Let's not rush to conclusions. How would that ever work?
It just does? It doesn't.
Maybe the only reason it isn't working is because someone doesn't believe we can do it. They're metal chains, and nothing we've done has worked so far. Maybe if you gave me a good reason to believe we should try again, I'd believe it was worth trying again. But until then, I'm going to believe our eyes. This isn't getting us anywhere.
You should believe it because you should. We don't have anything better to do. Maybe they're rusty. He did say they were rusty, didn't he?
He did, didn't he? All right, I'm game. We cut again.
You bring your blade against the chains again, and this time, you manage to cut into the metal. Its hook remains embedded in your flesh, but your arm falls from the mass of chains, free from the princess's bindings.
Yes! Will you look at that?
That worked.
Now why shouldn't the rest be the same then? But before you can make much progress, the princess takes a step forward. As she moves, the heavy chains shift, tightening and tearing at your flesh, your joints screaming in agony as the rusted hooks dig deeper. Stars dance in your eyes as the chain wrapped around your neck threatens to choke you. As your vision comes back into focus, your it's only the head.
Just keep going. She's a head in a cage. We're not going to be able to talk our way out of this. The only thing we can do is keep soaring our way to freedom. Yes, the links are weak. They can't handle the strain. Isn't that right?
You know, it's rather annoying for you to dictate what I'm going to say next.
But is that what happens?
Yes. Luckily for you, they were too thoroughly rusted to hold much longer. Your other arm breaks free. The body takes another step towards you.
I don't think she's happy you're here.
She won't kill us if we just keep cutting. We just have to get our neck free.
You continue your efforts, furiously working to sever the chains strangling your neck.
Look at you scurry. As if anything you do is going to change the outcome. Don't you get it? This is all the same. Everything we witness is just another shade of the same endless cycle. I wake up in chains.
The body steps forward. Your bindings tighten again, but you've almost sawn through the first layer of links.
You come to me, knife in hand.
The body steps forward as the first links break.
Come on, come on, come on.
You give me your
As the words leave her mouth, your blade slices through the final chains. You come crashing down. Well, at least we're not being strangled anymore.
Hold on. Did you hear what she said? We give her our implement.
Yeah? What of it?
This whole thing's been a riddle. Blade, heart, now.
Blade flashing, you rush towards the princess. Her body continues its slow march towards you, never changing course even as you sink your weapon into its heart. Its hand wraps around yours, its flesh cold and its grip firm. But it does not try to wrench itself free. It instead drives the blade deeper into its own chest.
I cut myself free.
The body collapses to its knees, and as it crumples, life seeming to leave it at last, the door of the cage creaks open. The head of the princess tumbles out. Congratulations! It would seem that you actually managed to see this through. All that's left is to watch her perish.
This is different. Maybe I got the pattern wrong. Or maybe I finally got it right.
We did it. We figured it out. We won. Why don't I feel like it means anything?
I just feel bad. It's not much of a victory, is it? I don't think there is such a thing for us. At least, not here. This was just another trap. No matter what we do, we just keep losing ground.
I'm cold, but I think that's good. I think I can finally rest.
You try to move your arm, but do little more than rotate the hook planted firmly in your wrist. It is an excruciating and fruitless attempt, which the princess doesn't so much as acknowledge.
You're a step ahead of me. That means you finally get it. I'm happy for you. I really am. Everything we witness is just another shape.
The body steps forward.
You come to me.
The body steps forward.
You give me your See? You already did that one.
You begin to black out.
I cut myself free.
I didn't want to take the knife with me. I was forced to.
So you understand exactly how unfair this all is. Give in with me. None of this is up to us.
She steps back. How?
This is all getting so You're a step ahead of me. Everything we witnessed. And when the time comes, you'll give it to me again. And then she'll do something horrible with it. I wonder what it'll be this time. Everything we witness is... It would be so much easier if you just gave in with me.
She's.
Look, I'm sorry about what happened last time. I'm supposed to be sorry, right?
But you are met with only silence, save for. What if the change. Well, it's worth it. The princess takes a slow. As your vision cut the body of the head.
In another life, I would have said it was cute that you think I have a say here. I don't have a say. Neither do you. You, of all people, should know that.
The body takes another step towards you.
I don't think she's happy you're here.
I don't want to die. This was.
What's the point of making a choice? Everything we witness is...
The body steps.
You come to me.
The body.
You...
The press.
I cut... We're both going to die. And dying won't stop us from doing this again. And again. And again. It would be so much easier if you just gave in with me. This is all getting so...
Alright, I really do not know how I'm supposed to get these other memories here.
Great.
Alright, yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything I can do back there anyway. Give me a second here, let me check something really quickly. Actually, I'm actually out of time for today, but I'll look into those memories and I'll see if I can figure out how to do it for next time. I probably want to do one more of Happily Ever After, The Wild and the Thorn, and then we will probably go for the final endings we have. So that will only be like 1 or 2 more videos. But yeah, anyway, that's where I'm going to leave it off for this time. If you made it this far, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!